In a heart-stopping moment on a busy South African highway, a tiny lion cub wandered into traffic, confused and alone. A quick-thinking police officer stepped in to help, unaware that the rescue would lead to a chain of unbelievable events. What began as a simple act of compassion soon turned into a powerful story of instinct, reunion, and the wild's unexpected wonders. Within the protective fence of the reserve, wild animals continue to roam leisurely in search of prey. Although the Kruger National Park management team has reinforced the barriers, occasional gaps still appear, caused by weather damage or persistent gnawing by wildlife. As a result, some animals inevitably slip through and wander onto the busy highway. At that very moment, a small lion cub squeezed through a gap in the fence and wandered into the bustling highway. Unaware of the danger surrounding it, the cub stepped into the path of fast-moving vehicles. Drivers, startled by the sudden sight, slammed on their brakes, and the screeching of tires echoed through the air, plunging the scene into chaos. The lion cub remains frozen in place, eyes wide with fear as it stares blankly at the unfamiliar rush of traffic. Blasting horns echo in its ears, causing it to tremble and crouch low in the middle of the road, overwhelmed by the blinding lights and noise. Several drivers quickly call the police, worried about a potential accident. Within moments, traffic grinds to a halt. No one dares to approach the frightened, rare creature. After about 15 minutes, the sound of a police siren signals that the hero of this situation has arrived. It is a police officer named Wayne, in charge of patrolling the highway running through Kruger National Park. He stops his car a short distance from the lion cub, gets out, and assesses the situation. Wayne quickly signals the surrounding drivers to turn off their horns and keep as quiet as possible. He knows that lions are very sensitive to loud sounds and are easily agitated or panicked. Seeing the cub trembling, Wayne gently approaches, keeping a safe distance. He speaks in a deep voice, talking to the lion as if he were coaxing a child. The cub glances at him, its eyes showing confusion, but it does not growl or attack. Several curious drivers follow, secretly hoping that Wayne's actions will have good results. Wayne uses the walkie-talkie to call the center, reporting that he has grasped the situation and asks for permission to handle it himself before the support team arrives. During that time, he kept his voice gentle, occasionally waving his hand to signal the cub to rest assured. As time passes, the cub gradually shows less fear, no longer cowering like at first. Wayne takes a step closer, kneeling down so as not to make the cub feel threatened. The little animal shivers slightly, sniffing the air around as if searching for the familiar traces of its mother. When he feels confident enough, the lion cub allows Wayne to move closer. Wayne quietly holds out his hand so the lion can smell and feel. The lion cub timidly sniffs, then blinks uncertainly. With his experience in dealing with wild animals, Wayne knows he has to be patient and calm. He whispers soothing words, as if comforting a lost little creature. Under the pale sunlight at the end of the day, Police Officer Wayne and the lion cub create a rare, heartwarming scene. A few minutes later, the lion cub slowly takes a step forward, then comes to Wayne's side. Wayne smiles boldly, reaching out to hug it gently. The lion cub rests its head on its hand, as if seeking a safe place to lean on. The entire line of cars pauses for a moment, as if holding their breath at this touching scene. Wayne gently picks up the lion cub, not forgetting to look around to see if the mother lion is nearby. Seeing no movement from the big lion, Wayne decides to find a way to bring the lion cub to safety. He slowly walks toward the car, careful not to scare the lion cub. The drivers behind him are almost all patiently waiting, ready to cooperate to ensure the safety of both people and animals. Wayne scans both sides of the highway, trying to find a figure of the lioness. However, there is no sign of her. Perhaps the lioness had gone far beyond the fence. Wayne gently places the lion cub in the back seat of the police car. The little animal looks tired, its eyes half closed after the tense moments. The sky is starting to turn orange-red, signaling the approaching sunset. Time does not allow Wayne to search at night, as the highway at night would be even more dangerous. He decides to take the lion cub to the police headquarters near the entrance to Kruger National Park. Before leaving, Wayne informs the drivers that the situation is under control. The line of cars gradually moves, untying the traffic jam that had just occurred. The headlights turn on as Wayne drives away from the scene. The lion cub whines all the way back, probably because it is worried and misses its mother. Wayne speaks softly while driving, hoping the lion cub will feel his safety. The police station is not spacious, but there is a large cage that is often used to temporarily hold lost wild animals. Wayne parks the car and carefully lifts the lion out of the back seat. A few colleagues see this strange scene and are all surprised. They quickly prepare some clean water and suitable food for the lion cub. Wayne gently places it in the cage and covers it with an old blanket to keep it warm at night. Seeing that the lion cub is still shivering, he gently strokes it and whispers encouragement. After that, Wayne goes out and calls the Kruger National Park management team to report the incident. They agree to coordinate in finding the mother lion the next morning because it is late at night and the search would be very difficult. That night, the lion cub falls into a fitful sleep in the cage, occasionally growling softly. Wayne tells his colleagues to take turns watching it so he can bring it back to find its mother the next morning. The next morning, the first light of dawn illuminates the police station grounds. Wayne wakes up early and checks on the cub, finding it healthy, though its eyes are sad. He contacts Randy, a dedicated wildlife rescuer at the reserve. Randy drives over, carrying a tracking device and a first aid kit in case the cub is injured. After exchanging greetings, Wayne and Randy discuss a route to find the mother. They determine that she might be hanging around the fence near where the cub had appeared. The journey begins by returning to the exact spot where the cub stepped onto the highway. From there, Randy scans the fence, looking for footprints and traces of the lion's scent. Wayne continues to hold the cub, soothing it and letting it sniff around. After covering nearly 2 kilometers without finding any trace of the mother lion, they continued along the route. Randy then spots fresh scratch marks on the fence, suspecting it's where the lioness may have attempted to get through. Finally, about 3 kilometers from where the cub was first found, they spot a lioness pacing anxiously along the fence line. Randy turns to Wayne and says, "This has to be the mother. She's searching for her cub." Wayne brings the car to a halt, watching the lioness closely to assess the situation and ensure safety. The mother paces anxiously, sniffing the ground as if desperately tracking her cub's scent. As the vehicle comes to a stop, Wayne steps out slowly, cradling the lion cub in his arms. Randy walks beside him, maintaining a careful distance and staying alert, ready to assist if needed. The lioness quickly recognizes her cub's scent, wagging her tail and baring her fangs, but without aggression. Wayne gently sets the cub down, allowing the two to reunite naturally. The cub instantly trots toward its mother, letting out soft, joyful cries. The lioness rushes to meet it, nuzzling her nose against the little one, her affection and relief unmistakable in the tender embrace. The heartwarming moment when the mother lion and her cub embraced in the open field leaves both Wayne and Randy deeply moved. Confident that the pair is safe, the two quietly step back, allowing nature to reclaim its course. Before departing, they notify a conservation team to promptly repair the gap in the fence, ensuring no future mishaps. Thus, the tale of the lost lion cub on Kruger Highway and the compassionate efforts of Officer Wayne and Randy stands as a powerful symbol of humanity's bond with nature and the enduring importance of wildlife conservation in South Africa. What do you think of this story? Let us know in the comments section. I hope you like this story. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Also, subscribe and press the bell icon to never miss updates from our channel. Thank you.